Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today we will create a random person generator web app where it fetches the data of different person with names, images, address, phone number, age, email address and their password. When we click this new user button, it will show us another person name with images and all these fields. Okay, so the data we are getting from this random user generator site. So this is an open source public API which will allow us to get the data from the database. So before going for coding, please like the video and subscribe the channel. If you did, let's get started. In VS Code, open the terminal and type npx create React app and give a name random person generator and then hit enter. And now it will install all the necessary files. Till then, wait a little bit. So now we need to go to our project folder, type cd random person generator and now hit enter. Now we will install the icons, type npm I react icons. So now type npm start so we can verify everything installed perfectly. Okay, so everything installed perfectly. So now go to VS Code. So now open the random person folder and go to source folder and open app.js. Okay, so now delete all header section. So now we need to clear out these to import also. Now go to index.css. Now clear all these styles from body, WebKit and margin also. Now go to app.js. Now import React from React module. Once done, now go to our functional component and return. After div, give another div and give a block element of class name ACG black. And now there has to be another component and this is going to be class name block. And in this div there is going to be another div of class name container. This is going to be container card element. Now the first element inside our container element is going to be an image with no source element. For now we will just leave empty and give it a class name of user img. Also give alt user img. Now go to our source in image tag and open the browser, click on new tab and type the person doesn't exist.com. From here copy the image address. For time being we will use image from this website and open the VS Code and paste it in source and save it and open the browser again. And now go to localhost tab, Okay, so image is here. Okay, so cool thing is about the website image link is it will randomly change the image every time we refresh. Okay, so open VsCode now. Now there will be two paragraph elements, one with a class name user title and hardcode the value title just in the paragraph element. And another paragraph element of class name user value. As you might recall in our ad, there were two paragraph elements right below our image elements, and they were the title and value elements. So these are the two elements and hardcode the value in it. Now we are going to create another div of class name value list, and it is going to contain 6 principal button icons of class name value list. And this is going to contain a 6 button element. So now we're creating 6 button elements with the class name of icon, and later on we will be adding or wrapping the icons in them and also give data label. So now the first data label will be going to name, second will be street, the address of the person, the third will be phone, fourth will be age, fifth will be the email, and last the password. And now we will put the name of font awesome icons, and then we will import the font awesome. So the first icon will be FA user, second will be FA map, third will be FA phone, fourth will be FA calendar times, fifth will be FA envelope open, sixth will be FA lock. Sorry, there is a mistake in FA calendar times. It will be FA phone, and this will be FA calendar times. And this will be FA envelope open. And this will be FA lock. So after value list div, we will insert button tag with a class name of btn. Type will be submit, and in between button tag give a hard-coded new user, and this button will generate a new random person for us, and the function will be given later on. And now we will import the font awesome from React icons. Since these are font awesome icons, therefore we can see that React icons slash fa. So there is a problem in FA calendar times. Copy this and paste in the button tag. Okay, so problem solved. There's no error. Okay, so now open the browser. Okay, so now we see the app. Well, it's not looking great, right? But again, it's just a skeleton. After adding CSS, it will look good. Okay, so open code editor and go to index.css tab. So first we will remove the margin. So select the entire body and after and before put the margin and padding 0. Margin should be 0 and as well as the padding. And we will give it a box sizing, border box. Open the browser and see the margins are all gone. So open the editor now. Now come to body element. The font family will be Apple system and background will be HSL 210, 36 and 96%. And color will be HSL 209, 61%, 16%. Line height will be 1.5 and font size will be 0.875 rem. And now open the browser and you can see the difference in font size. Okay, so now open the editor. Now we will target the block class. Minimum height will be 50 bh. And now it's time to target the black banner. .bcg black and give a background of #2c2e31. Just open the browser. Now you will see the black banner, similar like black somewhat. Okay, so open the code. Now we will target the container class. With it will be 90 VW. Max with it will be 730 pixel. Margin 0 auto. Margin top will be minus 200 pixel. Border radius will be 0.25 rem. Position will be relative. Text align will be center. Padding will be 1.5 rem. Box shadow 0, 5 pixel, 15 pixel. RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0.2. Open the browser. Now if you look it up, seems nice but still way more to go. So let's go to code and target another element. Okay, so now again target the container with before. Content will be empty. Position will be absolute. Top will be 0. Left will be 0. Width will be 100%. Height will be 130 pixel. Border bottom left radius 0.25 rem. Border bottom right radius 0.25 rem. Border bottom 1 pixel solid. RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0.25. Now we will target the container image. Dot container img. Width will be 150 pixel. Height will be 150 pixel. Position will be relative. Border radius 50%. Heading 5 pixel. Background hashed ff. Border 1 pixel solid. RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0.25. Margin bottom 2 rem. Box shadow 0, 5 pixel, 15 pixel. RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0.2. Just open the browser. Okay, so there is an error. Open the code. Go to app.js. Sorry, I have not closed the background div. Close the div and delete from here. Now open the browser. Okay, now looks good. Now open the code. Go to index.css. Now we will target the new user button. Class name.btn. Text transform will be uppercase. Background color will be HSL 205, 78%, 60%. Padding will be 0.375 rem. Letter spacing will be 0.1 rem. Display will be block. Transition will be all 0.3s. Linear. Font size will be 0.875 rem. Border will be 2 pixel solid. HSL 205, 78%, 60%. Cursor will be pointer. box shadow 0 1 pixel, three pixel, RGBA 0 0 0 0.2, border radius 0.25 rem, margin will be 0 auto, margin top 1.5 rem. And now we will target for button hover .btn hover. Color will be HSL 205 70%, 60%. Background color will be HSL 205 86%, 17%. Border color will be HSL 205 86%, 17%. Okay, so now open the browser. So now the user button looks good. Okay, so get back to code. Now we will target the user title of the class of the paragraph. Font size 18 pixel. Margin bottom 0. Now we will target the user value paragraph. Font size will be 28 pixel. And now we will target the value list. Basically these are the icons. Display will be grid. Grid template columns repeated 6 1 effort. And now we will target the icons. So the background will be transparent. And border also will be transparent. Font size 1.5 rem. Cursor will be pointer. Color HSL 210 22%, 49%. Transition all 0.3s. Linear. Now we will target the paragraph element and give a margin bottom 1.5 rem, and color will be HSL 209 34%, 30%. Now we will hover the icon and give a color of HSL. 205, 78%, 60%. Yes, so now open the browser. So now you see when you are hovering the icon, there's a different color. Open the VsCode. So now we will make this web app mobile responsive. For that we will give minimum with it 800 pixel, and then we will small the font size of body and user value and icon. Minimum with it will be 800 pixel. Body font size will be 1 rem. User value will be font size 38 pixel, and icon font size will be 2 rem. So now open the browser. It looks pretty good. Okay, styling is complete. Now we'll add dynamics to our React app. Okay, so go back to code. Now open the app.js. So now we need state for managing the state. For that we are going to use hook of React. For that we are going to manage our state with the help of useState. So the first thing we will do is to import useState in React module and use effect 2 that we will work later on. So once you are done, now we are going to create a variable with the name of the user and give a certain function getUser, and we will define the initial value as useState should be null. Now we will add another two pieces of useState, one for title, another for value, and give them an initial value to both of them. So const title and set a function to set title. Basically that is the convention that we use, set title, and give it an initial value random person. Now another piece of state, that is the value, and give it set value as a function which is going to set its value and give it an initial state name. Now that we have our state, let's create a function that is going to fetch our data from the API and store it in user. So let's name this function const getUser, and as you know this is going to be an arrow function with async function on it. So now let's define a constant, and name of the constant should be response and use keyword await. Now it should call our API to fetch our data from the API. Now open the browser and go to randomuser.me website. Almost like this card, we are gonna create our website and it will be function like this card. You can go to documentation and do some research, and you can input more field into our website if you want. So now copy this API link, open the code and paste it. We are using built-in fetch method. So now we have fixed our code and stored it in response. Now it's time to create another variable const data, and it should respond to .json. So what basically this line of code will do is convert our response data into JSON format. And we are going to create another variable, and this time let's just name it const person, and it should be equal to data.results with index 0, because what happens response.json is going to return an array of objects and we want first object of the data results added to it. Let's now refactor our code. So what we might recall what we want is we want phone, we want email, and that should be equal to person. So now we have got our phone number and we have got our email address. Now that other values we are going to need in our application is const large. So you might recall what this large is. It's basically the picture of the person. So it was stored in the variable person dot picture. So now we have got our email and picture. Now it's time for password. Password was in the login credentials. So we are going to get this data from person.login. Now we want another piece of code, the first name as well as the last name. We are not requirement of person title, just person dot name. Now that we got the person name, now it's time to get the date of birth. As you might recall, there was age as well as the date of birth. So we want only the age section. So we are just getting the age from person. So now we want his address, right? Okay, so let's name it street and we want the street number as well as the street name. And that's all that we need. It should be again equal to the person dot location. So the next step is to create another object. Let's name it new person and store all the data we have gotten till now. Example like image, password, first name, last name, age, street number, name into this object. So we have image, we have our phone number, we have an email, we have a password, and we have an age. So this will be variable street. Actually, we are adding number and name into a street variable. Okay, a dollar curly braces number plus dollar curly braces name of the street. Now we are done with this location. Now we will create the name variable. We'll add here first name and last name into name variable. So for that again dollar sign curly braces first name plus dollar sign curly braces last name. Now we will call the assertive function for set user new person, and now we will call another to set title and give it a value name, because the first thing we are going to show on our UI is the name of the person, and set value with new person dot name. Now save it. So PTR showing some error. Let's see. Now also giving error. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I forgot to give semicolon there. Now it's fine. So now we will define a use effect hook. Give it a arrow function and call our get user function and even give it a empty array. So now what we're gonna do is to create a function that is going to change the value of property title and value whenever we hover the different icon. So the first thing, we are going to create a constant and name a function as handle value. Pass it an event, and so they are not a function as you can see. And if Event.target dot classlist dot contains the icon property. So if the button class name contains icon property, then what we want is const will create a new value and we want to target the dataset dot level. And now set title, we want title to be this new value and what we want our value to be user dot new value. So now we are in control of all the data that we require, right? So let's make some tweaks to our app. The first one will be the image elements. We are going to replace the source with a dynamic source. So the first we are gonna do is replace our source with user double ampersand and user dot image. Just change the title to my title is. Now other than this, change the value is going to be value. The property we are gonna use here is on mouse over and assign our handle value method to it. So what basically handle value is a method that is going to change the title and value on every mouse over. Now copy on mouse over code and paste in every icon button. Now let's add functionality to new user button on click and give it a class of getUser. So whenever a person is going to click on our app, he is going to get a new user because this getUser is going to call our API and set up a new function. Okay, so everything is done. Now open the browser, open the tab. Oh, I think there is an error in the icon. So open the code. So this will be last name, not name. Just open the browser. Okay, so now also it's not working. Open the code. Okay, so here is the error. It will be icon, not icons. Now open the browser. Okay, everything is working fine. News are also working. So finally our project has finished and it's working well. Please do like the video and subscribe the channel if you like it. Thank you.